The photography world is outraged by the Danziger Gallery's colorization of Ansel Adams' seminal print Moonrise, Hernandez, New Mexico. I'm not. I think it only goes to show the enduring power and superiority of black and white photography. Chris Viola here for Mastering Light and Shadow, a channel devoted to black and white photography by a retired Army photojournalist. Not retired. I spent 5 years in the Army shooting for Pacific Stars and Stripes. And over the years, what you see is that black and white has a way of showing you the essence of the objects that you are photographing. When you look at the colorized version, it's even worse than that colorizing old black and white movies trends from a few years ago. It's not terrible. It's boring. Most interestingly, Adams worked for the better part of a decade to get the print the way he wanted it, which was to show the white light reflected from the crosses in the foreground. I defy you to even find the crosses in the foreground of the Danziger Gallery's colorized print. Now, Danziger says he has the right to do this because Moonrise has passed into the public domain, and he appears to be right. But also, how long should something be copyrighted? I think copyright law in this country has become detrimental to creativity. You can't do variations on a theme if the theme is protected for 170 years by copyright, or what is it now? Lifetime plus 70 years. It's almost 2 centuries. At which point nobody cares anymore. I mean, the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse just passed into the public domain recently, and that's in the 1920s that was originally conceived. And Walt Disney himself died in the 1960s. So at some point, we have to move on. So no, I don't think he's violating any laws by colorizing the print. And no, I don't think he's doing a disservice. I think what he's doing is boring, and it's a cheap publicity stunt. If he put that photo out exactly as it is, and it wasn't a colorized version of Moonrise, would anyone know? Would anyone care? Or let me put it to you this way. We're all familiar with the famous black and white photo taken by the AP's Joe Rosenthal of the flag raising at Iwo Jima. It's one of the most famous photos ever taken, a news photo. It is a monument these days. It's a stamp. It is a seminal moment in photojournalism, a place where I spent most of my career. And here's the interesting thing. Did you know that there is a color movie of that flag raising? A Navy movie maker shot a color movie of the flag raising. You didn't know? Nobody knows. Do you know why nobody knows? Because it's boring. Okay, it's a couple of seconds of some guys raising a flag. It goes by too quickly. The point of black and white photography, the point of still photography in general, but more specifically black and white, is it distills the decisive moment. It distills it down to the essence of what it is, and it allows you to examine it, the strain, the fear as bullets snap by them. They raised that flag during the Battle of Iwo Jima, and they did it twice. There's been some controversy over the years that the photo was staged because it was the second flag. But it's a very, very military thing. And if you're a military veteran like I was, you understand exactly what happened. They were told to put a flag up on the top of Mount Suribachi while the fighting was going on, both to give a marker to the American forces and to rally the troops and raise their morale. And so they put a flag up, and some admiral safe on his boat says, or some captain, some officer, I'm an enlisted guy, I'm sort of required by law to make fun of officers. Some officer says, That flag's too small. Nobody can really see it. Put up a bigger one. So they went back up to the top of the mountain. And if you are in the grunts, the last thing you want to ever do is be standing in a battle up on top of something where you're silhouetted against the sky and everyone has a free shot at you. You want to be down in the dirt. You want to be down in your foxhole. But nope, these guys went up and put it up a second time. And that's when the AP got the shot. That's when the movie got shot. But I think it really goes to show you that this is in the 1940s. And everyone knows that photo. Everyone knows that image. It's been monuments and shirts and postage stamps. It's everywhere. And yet there was a color movie and no one knows about it. That's the power of black and white. And that's why this colorized version of Moonrise will just go down as a footnote someplace down in the bottom of Wikipedia. Controversies. But there's no controversy. It's boring. But if anything, if it gets you to look at the original for the first time or for the first time in a while, that's a great thing. Check out the crosses in the foreground and know that Adams spent 10 years getting a print the way he wanted it. He even selenium toned his single negative to get the contrast that he wanted. And when you look at the colorized version, you can barely see the crosses buried in the muddy brown grasses, and it's just the color. There's a swirl of color in the sky and some other stuff. It's boring. Black and white distills things to their essence. That's why it's superior, and that's why it's more powerful, and that's why it's more memorable. Chris Viola here for Mastering Light and Shadow.